Hello and welcome to the PowerPoint Making Sense of the New York Certification Tests. This PowerPoint is designed to give you an overview of all the tests that you need to take if you're an initial certification candidate. That is, if you do not have a New York certificate for teaching. If you do have a certificate, some of these tests will not apply to you. First of all, there's an introduction to some of the administrators in the School of Education. Our dean is Alfred Pozamatier. I am one of your associate deans. I'm the associate dean for academic affairs. The other associate dean is Mary Ellen Hoffman. She handles mostly certification and advisement issues as well as enrollment, whereas I handle things like curriculum. Helen Gherkin and Ivan Toper are your certification officers. Most of you are in the childhood education department, so your department chair is Dr. Elena Natecki. However, Howard Miller is the chair of secondary education. As an incoming candidate, you're very concerned about what exams do you need to take and when. There are handouts that we have available to understand which specific certification test by major you need to take. But if you're confused about what you need, please feel free to email me. Tell me what your major is, for example, early childhood, and I'll be happy to send you back a list of exams you need to take. Here at Mercy, we require that you pass certain exams before we allow you to continue to register. For example, there is an exam that you'll be studying in more depth this week called the ALST. That stands for the Academic Literacy Skills Test. And you must take and pass this exam within 12 credits, unless you're a 5-year BSMS student, and then you must do it by 15 credits. The EAS stands for Educating All Students. And this is about understanding how to teach students, diverse students. And you must take and pass that within 24 credits of program registration. You must pass your Content Specialty Tests, or CSTs, within 27 credits. And your final test is the EDPA, which is during your student teaching. Let's discuss each one of these tests. The Academic Literacy Skills Test must be taken within 12 credits. It really is a critical reading and writing test. It consists of 3.5 hours, 210 minutes of multiple choice and then 3 essay questions. The multiple choice counts for 40% and the 3 essay questions count for 60%. It is recommended that you do the essays first because they count for more. There are 2 essay responses, 2 of the 3 between 100 and 200 words, and a third essay called an extended response that's between 400 and 600 words. These are tests, you write to, what happens is you have a pro piece and a con piece on a topic not related to education. For example, you might be asked to write about fly fishing or the use of corn ethanol. And you have a graph as well. You have to put all of this together, decide which side presents the stronger case, and write about that side and why you support that side, as well as give a counter argument to the other side. So therefore, it tests your general knowledge and reading comprehension, as well as your ability to write. There's more specific information on the ALST at this link, as well as online prep guides. We also have a study guide online for New York students there. It's important to know that even if you are not living in New York, you must take and pass this ALST exam. The Educating All Students exam must be taken within 24 credits. Normally, you have more of your pedagogical methods courses before you take this exam. It's 135 minutes and 70% of it is multiple choice, as well as 3 essay questions worth 30%. Generally, the way this works is you'll read a little case study or a vignette about a teacher in a classroom facing a particular type of situation, and then you'll be asked to respond to a series of questions regarding that vignette. You'll need to learn about diverse students, ELLs, students with disabilities, etc. So it's important not to take this test too early. More specific information, a link is provided, as well as a link for prep and a study guide. Content specialty tests cover your knowledge of things such as literacy, math, arts, and science. And depending upon your major, you'll take different tests. You should take these tests within 27 credits. Some of you have heard about the switch from the old exams. There were new exams as of September in 2014. Most of you will take a multi-subject test with specific exams for literacy, math, arts, and sciences. If you're doing the one for early childhood, be sure to take EDUC 513 before you do that. CST information and prep guides are found at the link. If you're not sure which CST to take, please email me. Tell me your major, and I can tell you the numbers of the test you need to take. As I said, the final test that you'll take is the EDPA. You take the EDPA during your student teaching year. And during that year, during that semester, you will film yourself, you will video yourself in very specific situations. You'll collect artifacts, things like lesson plans and student work, and then you'll write commentary on them. You'll be given a complete guide to EDTPA as you progress through your program, and most specifically during your student teaching year. We call EDTPA a portfolio-based assessment because you're assembling a portfolio of your work. As I said, brief video clips of your student teaching with detailed analyses of classroom context, your ability to plan, your instruction, your assessments, and all of these will follow a specific rubric. You will use academic language that you will learn in your classes, and you will apply theory-based analysis. Most people will complete this within their student teaching course. Here's a link. There is a password to get into it, and you can look at some of the information that goes with EDTPA. Students worry about what if they fail on the EDTPA because it is their last test. You may register for the retake right away, but there's a 30 to 60-day wait period, so it's best to plan to take those exams sooner rather than later. If you failed the EDTPA before June 30th and passed the old ATSW before June 30th, the ATSW can be counted. However, this won't apply to most of you because you're just starting the program. We do not know if they're going to extend the old ATSW and allow it to be substituted for the EDTPA, so don't worry about that just now. More information on retakes is located at the bottom of the slide. Mercy has provided a plethora of resources to help prepare you for the exams. Specifically, we are embedding classroom assignments, such as the one that many of you will complete for this module, designed to prepare you. We offer individual tutoring sessions for the ALST. You can schedule these at the link that I've provided. We offer test prep workshops on both the ALST and the EAS. You can schedule those at the link provided. There are study binders for ALST in each of the libraries. Go to the reference desk and ask to use the ALST study binder. We've got electronic versions of the study guides that will soon be available online. We are redoing our teacher certification page, and this will be helpful. We're going to post some resources. And finally, if you do take the ALST and you fail, please make sure to email me and I will get you involved in the new intensive ALST workshops that we're developing. In addition to these test requirements, the state has other requirements that you must meet before we can recommend you for certification. One is fingerprinting, which must be done prior to EDUC 605, as well as workshops on violence prevention, identifying child abuse, and the Dignity for All Students Act. You can see that there's a $60 fee for Mercy candidates. If you have questions, please feel free to email either of the associate deans or your department chair. Thank you for your time.